Good to see you again. This session is focusing on reintroducing foods. You could complement this session with a food fear session, which is an older one, which you can find in the playlist. If you want to do that one first, or if you want to do it afterwards, you choose, you know what's best for you. But this is just going to be a short session using EFT to get you opening your mind to food being safe and that you can start to reintroduce food when you feel ready. I am not giving you any dietary advice at this point. You take that advice from somebody that's working with you personally, but this session is purely to help your mindset and your confidence, okay? So sit comfortably, take a nice deep breath, start thinking about food. And some of that, you'll probably start noticing some intensity coming in, whatever that feels like for you. Trust this process. Just follow what I'm doing and repeat after me and tap on the same places that I am tapping on. Even though I have been really worried about food, and I understand why, there's been so much focus on my diet. I now accept this situation and I'm open to feeling free around all food. Okay, take a nice deep breath at that point. Top of the head. What if my diet starts in my mind? Inside of the eyebrow. What if I can choose to no longer feel stressed about food? Temple. I know that when I feel relaxed, I feel in control. Under the eye, it's kind of on the socket bone, so it is fairly high. Some people tend to want to be down here, but it is actually on that bony point, but just be gentle. So I choose to know that I am doing the very best I can, and I am proud of this. Under the nose. I give my body permission to absorb all of the foods I eat. Chin, crease of the chin. I give my body permission to get the nourishment it needs. Collarbone point, underneath one of those kind of knobbles where your collarbone bones meet. I am more than the food I eat. Under the arm, about 2 or 3 inches under the armpit, all of your fingers. This is about the thoughts I have, because I know that my thoughts are as powerful as the foods that I choose. Across the wrist, either wrist. This is how powerful I am. My thoughts are one of the most powerful tools that I can use. Nice big deep breath in. Let's do that 3 times. Sigh out if you need to. Longer exhale than inhale. Let's go again. Even though I haven't been enjoying eating out, I can be open to feeling differently. I don't feel comfortable in restaurants. Choosing from the menu is often restrictive and disappointing. I fear how my gut will be when I'm eating in a public place. So I will either avoid it or do it reluctantly to please others and fit in. I don't want it to be like this anymore. I deserve to enjoy the relationship I have with food. I now let go of any resentment or envy when I see others eating as they like. I release this physical restriction I feel in my body when I think of food. If I can learn to digest and process my food fear, I can digest and process all foods that I choose. I am feeling calmer and more hopeful that reintroducing food will be a positive change for me. Big breath. So let's try and make this a little more tailor-made to you. I obviously can't see you, but I'm just going to tap quietly with you for this one. So tapping on the side of your hand, I want you just to start think about reintroducing foods and what that feels like for you and what those worries are. It could be what people have said. It could be your own experience from the past. It could be just this kind of anxious forward thinking. Take a deep breath. Even though I am worried about reintroducing foods, I also know that I have a strong desire to do this, and I can lean into it with courage. So I'm not going to talk much, okay? I want you just to think about the worries you have around reintroducing foods, okay? On each point that you tap, think of something. As you do that, you're allowing your mind to start to process it and release it. Keep thinking about reintroducing foods, what that means to you. Stay with it. Let the negativity and the worry come up. You're allowing yourself to become different. Doing really well. Keep going. Under the arm. Across the wrist. That's really great. Well done. Take a deep breath. If you're getting some kind of emotional release, whether that's laughing, crying, rumbly stomach, tingling, buzzing, yawning, it's all good. Any questions about this? Any worries? Get in touch. Even though I have been thinking about food a lot and how to reintroduce it, and it has caused me stress, I accept every feeling I have. What if my digestive system starts with my thoughts? What if, before I introduce a food, I check in with myself on how I really feel? Instead of feeling powerless and worried, instead of expecting or fearing a negative reaction, what if I decide right here and right now that all food is safe? The foods I choose nourish my body. I may even decide that I'm going to enjoy every food I reintroduce. I choose to send positive signals to my gut right now. And when I do this, my gut is sending back more good feelings to my mind and to my body. Big breath. Let's go one more round. See, I'm yawning. Even though the thought of reintroducing foods has become a chore, I'm acknowledging that I'm ready to find a new way forward. I'm ready to support my digestion even more. I now release the pressure around reintroducing certain foods. I let go of the expectation around these foods, and I do my very best with my choices. No foods are bad. Food is my friend, It's no longer about the food. I enjoy nourishing my body with my food choices and my thoughts. I choose to feel safe in my body as I reintroduce foods. I am so grateful to be choosing foods that are best for my health. I now allow myself to feel at ease before any meal. Big breath. I think that will do for this short session. I will probably do more on this later this month, so check back in. I'll start working on positive affirmations for food, anything around food, okay, which could also help you. So you've got the food fear session, you've got this reintroducing food session, and I'll come up with something else for you. If you are having any problems with your IBD recovery and you want support like this, tailor-made to you, for your specific situation, past, trauma, worries, just get in touch with me, okay? That's what I'm here for. And I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me.